All right, so we getting ready to get this cracking, man. This is a new episode of the Round Table. I got a special guest getting ready to rock in here with me in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get this disclosure, get a couple things going, listen to a little bit of music. We're gonna get ready to go. All right. Now we're going with your boy Dre in the Round Table. Let's go.
The thoughts and opinions of this show is that of Drazy and does not coincide with all of Dre's Radio Cafe. Listening discretion is advised.
Yo, it's your boy Double. You know what I'm talking about. Rocking over here with my boy Dre from Dre's Cafe. You feel me? Dre's 8, you dig? You know what I mean? Hey, y'all need to come in and tune in, man, and keep checking in with that man, because he come with that heat, bruh. You feel me? Uh, hey, Dre, you know what I'm saying? Me and you, we up next, bro. You dig? Holla at your boy. Yo.
All right, so in the room right now, I'm getting ready to add my girl in. Yes, indeed, give to the neediest. Ready, Deesky Diane. Me and her both gonna do this show together today. Hopefully I can get her in here. Get her on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. You sound good.
Thank you. You sound good too.
Thank you.
What's up with you today? What's popping?
Oh man, a lot of stuff popping, man.
I know. I already know.
I don't even know where to begin. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, indeed. Listen, I appreciate you hanging with me today, man. Round Table, first episode. I wanted to do this kind of big, both radio personalities. We doing our thing, and I thank you so much for being an award winning. I think it's like what 8, 9 time award winning now.
Yeah, something like that. I just say multi now.
You say multi. I hear you. I hear you. I might as well be multi too with my little two awards in multi.
No, you're right. We've been working real hard for those. You know what I mean?
I know. So tell me about, before we even get started, tell me about the awards you got.
The awards I got, I'm looking at them right now. Let's see. You want them in order, out of order, it don't matter?
Don't matter.
All right. So I got the Dove Seas Entertainment Female R&B Artist of 2021 for Miss Fabulous. UMA's 2018. UMA's Worldwide 2019. Dove Seas Award 2022 Female R&B Artist for Miss Fabulous. Global Family Promotions 2019 and 2020 Bosslady Radio Podcast of the Year. Dove Seas Entertainment Virtual Podcast of the Year. And Dove Seas again, Misconception. That was my first one from him. Misconception Award. And then I got a letter from Global Family that I'm nominated, and then I put my one of my songs, I think Brother Rob and I song in one of the contests for a little local movie, underground movie. And then I got nominated for this year, Podcast of the Year, whatever they're gonna call it. I got the letter about a week or so ago.
So that song, You Make Me Feel, was in a movie?
Yeah, it's in a contest for a movie, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
So if y'all can put y'all joints in there. She need one R&B, she need one rap song. I don't know when the submissions is over, but I know last time I talked to her, that's what she was doing. So
that's what I like to hear. I like to hear that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm definitely glad to hear that. Multi-award winning Bosslady Radio, Deesky Diane, aka Bosslady, aka Deesky Diane, aka DJ Deesky Diane, aka Miss Fabulous. She is in the building with me today. We getting ready to do an episode of the Round Table. She's got some topics she want to talk about. I got some as I go along. We're just gonna get it started, man. Ladies first. What you thinking?
All right. I was watching currently, because I had a lot of stuff going on today, but I was able to stop and watch somebody talk about to the Tyrese situation with the new wife and the 5-year-old, I think.
The child support.
Yeah, the $20,000 a month child support.
Man, that's outrageous.
And it's outrageous because why would you leave a man like that? And if you're dealing with money and status, okay, let's do that then. Okay, why would you leave and want $20,000 a month when you can stay with the man, have both parents in the house? Because at the end of the day, it affects the child. Because the child ain't thinking about the money. The child like where my other parent at?
Yep.
Where my daddy at?
Yep.
So $20,000 a month is not gonna pay for that experience. I'm sorry.
I agree. I agree totally on it. I don't know if it's just that or if it's the idea of the money itself, because that is a lot of freaking money, man. A lot of money. But it's not just for somebody to be trying to think about taking care of a child, because my thing to that is, like you said, you want the parents around all the time. I'd rather have my mom and dad around than to worry about the money. But some people that just rather have that money because they see it as a pass by. And I know a lot of people want that meal ticket, and that's kind of, to me, it's kind of sad. But in reality, you don't know what the next person is thinking or how the next person operates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
When you talk, what is your opinion about that though? I mean, do you think it's more about just having a parent though?
I think it's the core principle why you would do it, but if it's not working out, then make the arrangements to co-parent. Now that's a whole nother topic on a whole nother level of mindset and being able to have people skills to do that, but there is ways to do it where it could be beneficial as well.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You don't have to stay stuck in nothing toxic. What I'm saying is it's a way to do everything if you know what you're doing.
Now, what if it was the opposite way around? What if she just didn't want to be in the marriage and wanted the money?
It's still like it ain't just about her what she wants. That's just automatic.
You're right. You're right about that.
She can want it all day, but she raising her daughter on what she wants, not what's best. There's just two different things. It's what a person wants and what's best.
Yeah, you're right. And it's more about what's best than what they want.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That child got to grow up and you got to get older and explain this one day. Are you going to be comfortable with the rest of your life knowing that what you did, if you realize what you did was not morally correct?
Amen to that. I agree on that one.
You
now let's talk.
Person a chance and a decision to make up what their life is going to be. So that's not unfair to that child. Even though that's a child, that's still another person.
You're right. You're right about that. And that's the crazy thing about that is that I think that I know me growing up, I'd rather have my dad around than to have my mom have the money to take care of me, because I would rather, there's some things mom can't teach me.
Right.
Mom can't teach me everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know, of course, it had to be good to have a man around and have that man in your life. But I also think that it kind of tears a family apart when you got that misconception of the kid being raised by mom, but dad's been paying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mom can't say, well, growing up saying, hey, I raised you this way and the other way, and I've always paid this, that, and the other one. Really, it's dad taking care of you, but dad ain't present.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then to me, I think sometimes that's a misconception. I'm glad I don't have it like that with my relationship with my kids, because all my kids are grown now, but the baby, I can literally get her whenever I want to. I still pay the child support, but the thing about it is, like, she knows dad is around and dad wanted to be around, and it wasn't like she can call me and say, hey, dad, can I come to your house? And it's not like, no, I hate the idea that we have to go through things like that when everybody looks at, because a lot of people, like you said, some people look at it just merely for the meal ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got dude hemmed up. I got Tyrese hemmed up. He getting ready to hit me off with this lick right here. This $20,000 every month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's sad that you look at it like that. But the reality behind it is there's some people that's just trifling like that.
They are.
And, at the end of the day, I ain't the judge, the jury, or the executioner. God deal with that. God to handle it one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else you got for me? Because I know I want to ask you about the state of hip hop and indie artists right now, indie artists hip hop, because we've got a lot of artists out there who are spreading the love when it comes to their music, and a lot of them are thinking about going indie and just staying indie.
Okay.
So what's your viewpoint on that?
everything's based on decisions. I think this is the best time though to be an independent artist because you can, versus years ago you couldn't, or you didn't know you could based on what you were, what was in front of you. You only can do with what cards you dealt with. So at the same time, I think it's a lot faster fan base wise. I think there's a lot of connections that you could have made had if you tried to save money and put it up and go to that actual thing. And I'm like Tacoa Lion. I mean, I went everywhere and I didn't move anywhere. And I think that's a great thing because I made more connections doing this digitally than I have ever in my life.
Seriously?
It really got that push. I have been in other states and stuff like that. And, you know, being in sales, I've been somewhere everywhere, but a lot of people don't get to do that. So how are they going to do the stumping grounds now that now is what's popular? Back then, what's popular is get your butt up, pound the pavement, go find it. Now, a touch of a button.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's like really now it's like what's more convenient.
Okay. I mean, I feel the same way too. I mean, to be honest with you, at first I was kind of like, because I know I looked at Kia Rap Princess and she's talking about going indie next year, and she didn't want to have to deal with everybody else because she got more of a push doing it on her own instead of compared to having to think that somebody has to help her out and do all that stuff, because she did a lot of promotion on her own. A lot of the stuff that she did on her own basically pushed her to where she is now. And I think that a lot of people now are seeing that. And I think they're getting out the idea of these little 360 deals and the little the crappy idea of having to get a record deal when you really don't have to. I mean, you can make more money off of, you know, streams and everything else than you can, you know, going through a record deal, because by the time you give up $1 million, you're giving up almost maybe $2 or $3 million in streams. So that's the way I look at it from my perspective.
Right. And if you are going to have someone actually partner up with you, because I wouldn't look at it as help, because I think everybody still needs a team, even though they can get their own computer, get their own studio built. Oh, it costs this amount of money. I can budget it myself. I can really hands-on do it. But at the end of the day, though, you still need a team of people because you don't know everything. Somebody may know more better technology than you, and that can get on the computer and show you references or resources on how to be more technology savvy, because a lot of people aren't. I help people a lot with the Spreaker app because it's not known like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. That's just something they haven't had their hands on. You can get somebody to help you with that. What social media apps that will benefit you as an independent artist? It's a whole nother world out here basis like 20, 30 years ago when you had to really physically know someone in that field to kind of get connected. With online, you can get connected right away, but it's still work to do, and it's still a team to build as well with the right people. Those rules still apply.
Amen to that. I know. Now, while we're doing the segue, might as well do a segue into that. Tell us a little bit about your promotions, because I know you got a lot of promotions that you're doing, a lot of things that you are doing, and also just tell them a little bit more about, you know, Boss Ladies Radio, because I know we don't really talk about it to each other. We do it on our own shows, but we don't do it physically while we're in the same area at the same time.
Yeah, and that's what I love about, and I couldn't wait for this show to actually come alive, because we have been talking about the round table for years.
Yes.
And, you know, just putting a little, you know, sauce on the little hot chicken wings. The chicken wings is good, but you got to have your hot sauce. You got to have your ranch. That's how I feel about the round table. And then we're able to express ourselves as independent artists. And it's kind of like a news where, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's hot in the independent market. This is what we got to offer. Same with any other industry that we're looking at each and every day on our phones and televisions and things like that. And what's incredible is that the promoted campaigns can actually showcase just the artist or just the business person. So I do two things. I showcase for entrepreneurs that's local. You know, just you may be opening a restaurant, a nail salon. You might be selling bundles. You might be doing makeup tutorials. We want to hear about that. So what we do is we come in and we showcase you. We make a commercial out of your story. And we also learn in who you are on the interview on live on our radio station. And then also as an artist, you got an EP, you got an album, you on a mixtape, you got a live performance, you're on tour. We want to hear about that. Come to Boss Lady Radio. We'll showcase you, give you some voiceover commercials and also some reels and different things like that. So I physically use all my apps. I don't just have apps on my phone just for storage. I have apps on my phone because that's my business market. I'm marketing on Facebook. You're gonna see a reel of who I'm marketing. If it's like, for example, we just did a big campaign and he really soared on our show and numbers and exposure and everything. Randy Hitch, aka Double Trouble, called A Soldier's Pain back in June. And we did a commercial for him. Actually, we did a movie for him for the album, you know, just a few pictures of him, photos of him, you know, maybe his album cover, stuff like that. And then we showcase it on all social media platforms. Then you get on Spreaker to have the actual interview on a Saturday night that you pick that's comfortable for you. We do all guests at 9 o'clock, and the guests also get to talk about, and the entrepreneur gets to talk about what they want to, either a hot topic or a Q&A. I ask questions, you answer, or you like, oh, yo, like round table. I want to talk about this, and this is my feelings about this, and we kind of go back and forth on whatever. And it's kind of like a platform where the episode is all about you, what you want to talk about. So the guest will be the EDU instead of me. They'll either have spoken word or they can do a freestyle real quick, or the entrepreneur can kind of like have a seminar class on how to break it down, what the business is about. So yeah, it's a platform for people to showcase. So it's starring you, all the music that you want to hear if you're a business person. I like R&B, or I like Southern Soul, or I like hip hop. Let's play some of that and then we'll talk about that. Make it fun, you know, because it's all about the guests. It really is. It's all about the guests. And so that's pretty much what it is. It starts at $100, and for 3 weeks to a month, you can get a lot of exposure to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, of course, Castbox FM, Deezer, which is solely for local artists.
Podcast Addicts, iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
I mean, you got so many of them.
Everybody, Amazon, Pandora, Alexa. We got it one-click distribution. So when we get off the live, it automatically goes to those digital platforms. One click.
Okay. Now you got a different show every day, and I'm trying to figure out what they are. Monday is Motivation Monday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You got it. All right.
Teaching Tuesday. Wisdom Wednesday. I don't know what that is. What's Wednesday?
Welcome Wednesday.
Welcome Wednesday. Okay. Okay. What's Thursday? Thursday. Thursday. Thriving Thursday.
Yep.
Okay. Friday is
Freestyle Friday.
That's right. That's right. Saturday is Superstar Saturday.
Yes.
And then let me think. The last one is something Sunday. No, I can't think of what it is.
Spiritless Sunday.
Oh, Spiritless Sunday. Okay, yeah. So you got a different show every day.
Right.
But you limited your shows back then because of work. Now you just what we doing. So I gotta find out what's going on.
Yeah, it's okay to be nosy. You know me. I'm an open book, and this is what
I am too. That's why I said
stuff. So yeah, so Motivated Mondays. Okay, when I started, let me go back to the beginning. For those that don't know me, I started off doing my podcast because I didn't have a job. So I see people making money on YouTube and they recording and talking about whatever they want, and they get monetized and they can make them a little money, right? So I'm thinking it's a scam. You know, people, they think everything's a scam. And I was one of those people until I got into some business where, you know, it taught me that it wasn't. It's a way to do things. Make a long story short, I pushed record. I started talking about whatever came to my head. And I had 2 listeners that night and 10 downloads. I'm like, okay.
And it made you some change.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of change.
I had to invest. I started this with $6. So $6 got me, the first thing, 15 minutes got me free audio. I could say whatever, 15 minutes. Then the $6 gave me 45 minutes. And then the more listeners and the more downloads and the more live plays and all these little numbers, and I'm looking at statistics and I'm like, this is really professional. I could really, it looked like a real company. I'm having a meeting with myself and I'm looking at this graph sheet of how well I'm doing, which at the time, the job that I worked for further on down the road match that. So I was able to also get in the workplace and get trained on how to read my own stuff, and not knowing that podcast was a business too. And that I totally had total control. And Spreaker is very open of what you can and cannot do, which you could do whatever you want because you're paying for it. So I based it my platform around the same thing. I'm like, what if we have other people come in and do this, you know? And I wasn't working, so I could fully focus on it. I had nothing distracting me. When I started working, I work 5 days a week. I need a full-time job. The money wasn't there. The payout is every 3 months, blah, blah, blah. But that's a whole nother show because that's a breakdown of a lot of, as I was finding out, because it was kind of like a learn as you go. I knew I wanted my own business. I knew I wanted to be my own boss. I knew I was good at talking, speaking. I always wanted to do some type of that. You know what I mean? So this is an easy way to do it. I got access to the internet. I have a cell phone. So I started with the aux cord, my mom's old record player, and a track phone.
A track phone? Sheesh. Okay.
It was able to download the app. It was able to open up the Spreaker studio to me. And I just learned how to schedule it around what I was doing in my life. Because Bosslady Radio is my lifestyle. It's not just a hobby or it's a side hustle. It's kind of all of that. It's like my second job. But that's why I say part-time gig. You know, I got to get back to the part-time gig. Because I'm working on my full-time fortune and my part-time gig. That's my investment to go into my company.
Look, I ain't even mad at you on that. Not even mad at you on that.
I'm working on my full-time.
Yep, I'm not mad at that. I was looking at this on here. My thing to you is you're balancing it out between this being and kids, because you know, you got kids and you're dealing with this and you're dealing with that. I mean,
they were elementary and middle school at the time when I started. Now one is grown, the other one is a sophomore in high school.
Look at you.
I started at the right time. Start when your kids are small, back, so that you can train them to intertwine into that. And that's a family thing now. Because other cultures, they make their family do business. One business. There is no several, unless it's several once they build the empire and then they branch off. But they're going to start together. And that was my thing. And it tends to work. Every business that every seminar I ever went to, talked to some of the best top leaders in the country, their whole family is doing it. They are doing other things. It doesn't interfere because they knew how to set it up where when they were little, they were trying to make it cross-post or correspond with it, if that's the word I'm trying to say.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Correspond, yeah.
Yeah. So school is this. I had to set a certain time, really treat it like a business. 9 p.m. was great. Everybody's done with dinner. Kids are in the bed. And if that's not the case, I love Spreaker platform. You know why? Because you can do the replay. Yeah, you can play it and listen to it and go on there and comment like it's live, even though I'm not live anymore.
You're right.
So that's totally convenient. I don't have to bug you like other ads and marketers. Hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see that? Popping up and blowing up your YouTube channel. You watching something real good on Netflix and boom. That's irritating. Skip. Like I learn as being a consumer what consumers don't like. I know it's consumers like me that don't like those ads, and no, I'm not paying for them to turn off. But you know what I found out though?
What's that?
I can get paid for running the ads on my show.
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? I thought about that too. I thought about that too. Yeah. Now let me ask you, who did your background and stuff? You did that.
I did. I'm playing with my MacBook Air. I had a MacBook Pro and I had everything set up on there. Don't ask me how I did it because I don't remember. I be doing big stuff, y'all. And this is how talent and gifts be sometimes. I don't remember. I have to actually sit in front of it and be like,
I thought about that too, because I have a bunch of new backgrounds that I have been using.
I have to play with it. I'm like hands-on. I really gotta touch it, and I can't just say, I did blah blah blah. Oh.
I was trying to figure out how I did some of mine. I was like, I did those, but how did I do them? I had to go back through and look, because I said I got to make a new background for a round table. I'm like, I got to get one ready for it because I'm hoping that, down the line, I want to get more than just me and you in here. I mean, I'm
Yes.
hoping to get, Brother Rob in one day,
Oh
hoping to
my
get
goodness.
Noriega King in, anybody,
Yeah.
V Mayo in, have some people here
Yes.
conversate chit chat with us, get different opinions of things that are going on. So I know down the line, this will be a little bit more than what I wanted to be. My thing is just really trying to get the exposure more out there than we actually have, as of right now, because it's just going to be difficult trying to, because a lot of people, like you said, everybody's work schedule is so different. Sometimes when we're doing our shows, even at 9 o'clock, when you're doing your shows at 9, there is people still at work, still trying to do the replays, still trying to finish doing work and all that other stuff.
Mhm.
When I do my shows at 7, people are either eating, doing something else, so it's really hard trying to find a sacred time where everybody's going to be like, okay, I'm not doing anything, because we're never going to be on the same wavelength with anybody else all the time. So any of that nature. So what about generational gaps? Because I know generation, right now, our generation is so, the reason I say that is because this generation here has, I don't know if it's just me, but they don't have a care in the world. It's about how I can get rich quick, TikTok, all the stuff that they're doing viral. Some of it's dangerous, some of it is good. I mean, not just that, but also the idea of like just the demeanor that we have, because a lot of demeanor that we have is so different. Like we don't deal around the same things as we used to. So what's your opinion on that?
Where do I begin? As I said in the beginning, it's totally different from, even I'm younger than some of you and some of you are older than me and vice versa. It is very different. I can say it's been different 5 years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Even in children, I was an early childhood provider before I was doing any of this. What I'll say, I was doing it, but I was playing with it. I really didn't take it seriously. So in the midst of that, dealing with children just needed someone they can trust away from home. And that's what I learned. I did it 10 years and I was specialized in before and after school, CLC, stuff like that. The baby thing wasn't my thing. The crying all day gave me bad headaches, diapers being changed, call-ins, and then you're one teacher, 18 kids. I'm working in the worst childhood centers in the hood. Stuff was going on that would blow your mind. The crime channel ain't got nothing you see in real life. Okay, the news didn't have nothing on. They didn't have nothing on the news. They didn't have nothing on none of that. It was a lot worse than what the reports were showing, and it was on purpose. And to know that it was on purpose, you could report it, but then again, you couldn't. The game is real tricky with that. Then you got the different cultures and raising children. When we was coming up, we couldn't see everything that our parents were doing.
Amen to that.
We didn't they probably, some of them, even grandparents, I know, took a lot of that something to the grave with them. And to this day, we won't never know what they had to do to take care of us.
You're right.
And to them, that was none of your business. They respected childhood. Because either going through the slave trade and picking cotton and able to transform into head a household as a Black person, which was between the 1960s, 70s, 80s, it started deteriorating because of the crack epidemic. Black families were stronger. Now it's not. It's more single family than birth parents being in the home. And that's a concern to a lot of people now that we know a lot more than we did years ago. Because what they thought was what it was, that was for their time. Then the argument is, I don't care what time it was, it is what it is. Because some young folks will say stuck in the ways, some others will be like, yeah, they right to a certain extent. There's big argument with that. My thing is, it has changed. It's definitely turned a whole nother realm. And what we got to do, like they did back then, is transform with it and get your control back as a leader, as an adult, as a parent, as a guardian, as any kind of role model in a child's life. Because a lot of kids are raised by kids. And that is the epidemic.
You're
You're
right.
not fully mentally developed. You could be physically developed. I've seen some kids look older than me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not mentally developed up here, it's going to take a lot of backtracking and you might not make it to all of it. Just saying. It's way different. They're exposed to more because of the internet. They're not being supervised as much because of the economy and the heavy what the word I'm looking for, the heavy demand on jobs and things like that and careers and having a lifestyle period or just being able to pay the mortgage. But then if you look back in history, they was having that same problem.
Yeah, history repeats
But
itself all the time.
they did it adults only. They didn't do it with kids. I don't know what they did or how they did it, but it was a lot of stuff we didn't know about till we were grown.
Damn, you're right.
Now kids know at the age of 5 what sex is.
Yeah.
Now they're being faced with same sex this and that at 5 years old when they're not mentally developed enough to handle it. But since they're programmed and trained over and over and over, now it's the norm.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah,
but 50
that's sad.
years ago, you couldn't dare go on the street and do that.
Yeah, you're right.
That stuff was hidden.
That
was straightened up. It wasn't no rights. You would get killed for that. Then there was a time you get killed for getting an education. So it's always
every don't. Yeah,
it's always changing.
Mm-hmm.
And you damn near gotta go to school for the rest of your life now because things are constantly changing.
Yep.
That's why I always say I'm forever a student, not an expert, because something else is always coming up. But it's the same thing that happened a long time ago. We just wasn't here to know.
Yeah, you're right.
We find out later. That's the biggest thing to me. And then putting a 4-year-old or the babies, man, they're not even 10 yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Back then, you learned something at 5. You was 5. You was 10. You was 10. And if you got out of pocket, we slap you back into the 5 and 10.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
That's abuse.
We done went through that situation. Who knows how many years? Let's see. My brother's he's going on 40, 44, 40. He's 5 years young. Yeah. He's going on 45. He when I first moved to Tennessee, they were doing paddling still. That was back in I graduated in 2000. I graduated in 91. So in 91, they were doing paddlings here in Tennessee. And they have evolved so much because you didn't even have to get permission from parents to do that. You didn't even have to get permission from parents to do that. And I think like 2 years later, they stopped, they outlawed that. And then it was the in-school suspension and parents complaining about in-school suspensions. And now the kids are going home with out-of-school suspensions. And it's like a vacation either way. Or now the kids don't even get punished. Like you said, it's all about abuse. Somebody put their hand on you just to even tell you to move your arm or do something. It's oh, he hit me. He put his hand on me, blah, blah. Man, I got so tired of listening to that. I mean, it's crazy right now because I look at TV and I see these little kids act up in class and police having to handcuff them to make them behave. I mean, and then the parents getting upset. But this is not the same generation we dealt with before. Mm-hmm. You know, the kids back in the day would not do that. No way in the world would the police officer.
It wasn't tolerated. It wasn't tolerated. Now it's so much tolerance to the point where a child really doesn't know what consequences are. Mm-hmm. Good or bad.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because how we know that child didn't get hit and protected themselves?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Where is that? In maybe certain states, certain laws. Mm-hmm. And these kids are being affected by it. Like I was saying about the Tyrese situation, that child is being programmed to
at the end of the day.
Now she's gonna grow up and think all she needs from a man is money.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a baby, you pay me. Oh, if I clean up your house, you're gonna pay me. Are you a maid or are you a mother? Mm-hmm. And then you can't bring that up because now it's discrimination.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Constantly. Everything is an attack. This is the most, I'll say something about this generation too. This is the most I'm offended as generation I have ever seen.
Or entitled. entitled. Why can't it
And
be
if I don't
entitled?
have what
Because
I'm
I think,
entitled to, which who in the hell you think you are entitled? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's
yeah. That's what I said, like
and
entitled. Like
I'm
these
like,
people,
dang, I'm starting to sound like my mama and them. But then again, I'm understanding where my mama and them was coming from. And
yes.
that's another thing. We also talk about this kind of stuff on Mama Let's Talk. That's
I
another
was going to ask you about that.
added to the
I was going to ask you about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
It's an
yeah,
addition to Boss Lady Radio.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get on there one day with Mama and ask Mama some questions
Yeah,
because I know like
that'll be awesome. Oh, I
because
would
I
love
know
that.
like it. Nah, it's not just that because I can do that with my dad, and my mom, but you know my thing
Yes,
was like
it is. Yeah.
they would probably they would run amok and embarrass me. I ain't got that energy right now for them embarrassing me on radio about what I've been doing.
I've
So
been embarrassed with my family. That's what they do. The roasting is a family tradition.
no, it's all good.
So I'm
You ain't gotta be
totally
Thanksgiving to roast.
like numb to it, but it's real and people are tired of hearing fake and we just need to do it.
Yeah, I mean it ain't gotta be Thanksgiving
Independent.
for you to roast.
Yeah.
Get roasted for sure. I mean,
You ain't heard nothing they ain't said before, but
you're right.
you know what I noticed about that?
What's that?
That mommy was a little careful about certain things.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be too, I didn't either. But my thing was this: we family, right? And I watch my family, a lot of my family, they still watch mainstream media. They still have their favorite celebrities, all that. Okay, what if one of your family members was a celebrity in their own town, doing their own thing? Would you support it? Now that's another conversation too. Because we got people that so-called friends, oh, this my babe, this my boo buddy, right.
Mhm.
But when they get in the car, they don't play Dre's Radio Cafe, and they got some
I already know.
underground artists in the country, in the
I
world,
I know. I
in the
know. You ain't
globe.
gonna
Like it's good, but
look, if it doesn't, my thing is this. I'm like you. 2014, I started this. I've been doing this and the radio station for what 7, 8, 9 years now.
yep, I'm about
Still
to
doing
say,
it. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
And it's not like my thing is like I'm not doing this for. I'm not doing this just for the entertainers. I'm doing this for me because this is what I like doing. I
exactly.
like to conversate about the music. I like to conversate the idea of helping people with their music and stuff because it's way too much for us to be sitting around. We let me just say we, as in our people, have the hardest time understanding like we could be so much more if we put heads together instead of pulling heads apart.
That was
You
my
know,
point. That was my point.
my thing is like I knew the day I wanted to sponsor you, I was not putting my head in the idea of just the idea of what you do. I was putting it in the idea that you were doing something that I was doing that was helping promote somebody do something.
Yes.
And the behind it scene was if I help promote somebody that's doing what they like to do, help promote somebody that's doing something that they like to do, then it helps promote me too.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's not about me just because I helped promote that. My thing was that you were doing something that Dre's Radio Cafe was doing. When we first met years ago at the UMA Awards, my thing wasn't about the competition. My thing was about building because
Right.
the same thing BMO does with the UMAs every year. Like this year was probably one of his best years yet, but I wasn't there. But my thing was like he's still building something off of what he likes doing. It may not be the promoting part. It may be just the idea that he loves music. And if he loves music, he's promoting that and he's doing it for indie artists, then somebody should appreciate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Every day I sit and I hear him rant about what people don't do that they should be doing. And he's so right on some of it because I think to myself too, just think if we supported each other just as much as anybody else do. You know,
I'm
we
saying
have fundraisers, we have all kind of stuff, we have giveaways, we do whatever we do. We can be a strong entity or we can be a weak entity to somebody else.
period.
You know, my thing is that you support double, I support double, the next person supports double. Double's music will eventually be on the radio somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take 1,000,001 people do that. It just takes a bunch of people. It takes several people to know what real music is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Let me tell you, I listen to Double, I listen to 414, I listen to Naya Naya, I listen to these people in my car while I'm driving places sometimes because I put it on a disc, or I listen to it off of
Okay.
your show or my show, off the radio. And my thing is like, even like with my brother and them, the Cartel Fam, I've supported them since day one because they supported me when I was doing music.
Man,
They're still continuing to do things, even
y'all
though they feel like,
stop.
I
Y'all
want to.
dope. Like y'all
Like, it's
sound like
amazing.
the pioneers back in the day, like the
Yeah.
Locks and
Yeah.
all those Mason P, like the Black Knights and the D Nices, and I
Yeah.
could go
Yeah.
on and on. And when LL Cool J first came out with My Radio, and
Yeah.
it brought back
Yeah.
a lot of that because
Yeah.
we were supporting them. We were supporting Black music.
Yeah.
We were. It didn't
Yeah.
matter if we knew you or not. It was the fact that it was good and we
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
We loved what we were doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's missing.
And we don't give it enough.
Doing as much as we say we do, or
And you're right. When we get out, when you get on the shows and you hey, we good, we love your shows, blah blah. And then next minute you don't hear them at all. I mean, I've been like that. I've been through that too. But my thing, like I said before, I don't really get off on the judgment part no more, because my thing is like, we literally, you don't have to like Dre's Radio Cafe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody does.
I agree.
Somebody supports it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
Somebody supports it all the time.
That part.
Doesn't mean I have to get 101 awards to do whatever because BMO saw something in me and you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Dove C saw something in you. All the other awards you won, somebody saw something in you that gave you that award. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to clarify yourself or justify yourself for any of these people, because it is what it is. You still gonna be
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was trying to get some extra money to feed my little babies.
Yeah. And then look what it does for you now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the same way too.
I wanted my own business. I did not like the 9-to-5er. I don't really like working for people. Certain people, yes, I will work with you all day. But for you, no, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I know me, and I could put me into this and be super comfortable. Don't have to worry about getting in trouble for making mistakes. I don't have to be super perfect every day. I don't have to even feel like it. Just the fact that I showed up is enough.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
And I ignored all of that. And I truly believe I put my all in something. And I said this a long time ago on another show. I said, I finally put my all into something.
Mm-hmm.
I never done that before. I always get a little rocky. I quit.
But it's something you like doing.
Too long, and I don't want to do it no more. But this right here, I just couldn't stop, because it's what I like to do. Like you said, music, radio is entertainment. It's all of that. Because I was a BET kid.
I was too.
MTV kid.
Yeah.
VH1 kid. Whatever had music on that channel, I was watching that.
Yeah. And now we got the opportunity to do it all on our own, from wherever we want to, however we want to, and it doesn't change.
Doing it myself, always.
Yep. Yeah. You're
even
right.
Before I knew what a job was.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it.
The TV and the radios and the people that we were inspired by was training us on how to do our thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. You thought of ever letting your kids get involved with you?
Naya. That's my baby. For those that don't know.
That is your daughter.
Yeah.
Naya is really your daughter.
Yes, that is my firstborn. Yes, sir.
I didn't know that. See,
you didn't know. Oh
my God. You threw me at gym. I'm sitting there, I'm thinking 9. I'm like, you said 9. My daughter. I'm thinking like, what 9?
I said it in the chat room. Everybody was just quiet. They didn't even respond to it.
What about your other baby? I mean, have you thought of putting her on? Or getting her involved in the idea of doing radio or talking, or
Naya is her own, in her own world type of person. I'm still trying to get her on here to do an interview that she done missed 3 of them. Done gave me the money for the campaign. Remember that one show I did for her? She talked a little bit, Naya's not a up on stage, up front type of person. She more behind the scenes. Long as you play her music, she's happy.
She don't understand that. Okay, so what she got to understand is that she can't be a behind the scene person and do music because one day she's gonna have to do a show and she can't be behind the scene to do a show.
Right.
So somebody gonna have to put her out there. I mean,
but
you have
she's
to
in her
explain that to her.
20s, so she's trying to balance everything out. She didn't know it was gonna work. I told her maybe if she was going through a lot of stuff in her younger life, the teenage, she's transitioning from high school to being grown. So she's still trying to figure everything out. And right now, she not into it like her mother. Like Naya would her thing was her thing, her thing was more so being in the church singing, actually playing an instrument, being part of a band. So she's a different type. But when she tapped into, I taught her something that I did. Said tap to what's in front of you. Worry about the big stuff later. So she made a Rap Chap account.
Mm-hmm.
She just started putting in her AirPods, got her phone out. And I said, that's what I did. I got my phone, I got me some headphones. Any type of headphones, Bluetooth was with everything. So you don't have to worry about a studio and all that. She was like, Mom, I thought you was paying other people. I said, no. I pay other people, but not like that. No. See, you got control of what you pay. You got control of studio time. And I said, yeah, Naya, it took me some years to go through the motions with people. People thinking it's one thing in our business. People want to holler at you, distract you, all the rest of that. But what you got to do is when you feeling a certain kind of way, and I'm telling you, music for me is therapy. When you get to getting in the groove, you're going to forget you even making a song.
Yeah.
You're going to have to probably go back and edit it.
Yeah.
Because that song, Enough, I did on TikTok, that was a 2-hour song before I chopped it.
2 hours long.
In my feelings one day.
And you just sang for 2 hours.
I just started singing for 2 hours.
And let the beat keep going.
I felt better.
I mean, therapy
That's
is
the most affordable healthcare.
Listen, I'm going to be dead honest with you. I'm dead honest with you. This is the honest to God truth. Listen, so I work in the restaurant industry as a manager, but I met a lot of music producers, music acts. I've met writers. I've met everything. Okay. The best advice I've gotten from different people every time I talked to them was the same thing. They always said one thing: write a song a day. Mm-hmm. Just on how you felt. If it was a bad day and you felt like it, just go ahead and write a song about feeling like shit. If you woke up one morning, you had a great day, write something good that happened that day. I've heard that, and I've been doing it. I kid you not. If I can show you my iPad, every day I made a thing of where I write a song a day, and I've gotten to the point where I'm right now about 3 days behind because I've been under the weather. But I wrote a song a day, and I think, like you said, it's therapy, because actually that's a crazy thing, because on J. Paul, shout out to J. Paul, part of Cartel Fam, I'm on a song with him called Music Is My Therapy. And it's probably one of the, they'll probably say it, but I don't say it. But it's probably one of the strongest verses I've written in a long, long time about music being therapy to somebody. But it should be coming out sometime, I guess, when his album comes out. But J. Paul's got a song out right now with a guy named 5'6", that's a rapper down this way. Oh, he's got a video for that too. Okay. Of course, my brother's still doing music. Actually, shout out to my brother SOS. He's got a video shoot tomorrow for a song that he's got with Young Buck and LaChat from 3 6 Mafia. Wow. So I'm gonna try to go. I'm trying to go to that video shoot tomorrow while it's here in Nashville. But he's got a song with them two on it. That Debo song that you like,
man.
In fact, came out today. So I'll make sure I tag you when it comes in, and I'll let you make sure you see it. Real dope video. He did all these videos.
That is so hilarious. It reminded me of Friday, like right then. And I'm like, dang, that could have been the song for Friday. Mm-hmm. Because Debo really was the star of the show.
Yeah,
He
it
was
could
a
have been.
bully.
But you'll see the video comes out. The video came out today. I'm actually, when I get off of here, I'm actually gonna go listen to it and watch it one time because I didn't get a chance.
You know, you can post it in your StreamYard too, where you can like do
Later
it
on.
between
Yeah,
us
yeah, I
talking or
know.
whatever.
I know. I thought about it too, and I thought about it too late too because I was thinking to myself, yeah, we could have watched it and played it while we in here talking. But I'm definitely next time we get on here, they're a little bit more professional than what it is today because we will have some videos, be able to put some links up, at least get an opportunity to talk about what we're talking about. And I actually probably have a banner and an overlay for us next time we have it here. But I made sure I put this in there to make sure they send their music to either you or me.
That's right.
Internet support and exposure because I know me and you both get into this all the time. It's a lot of music on your shows that I would like to get, and I know some stuff that you have that I don't have of yours that I know. But
that's the fun part.
Yeah, the fun part. Because I'm having to listen to your shows to get more music, and then you have to listen to my shows to get more music, and it's just one of the things where it is what it is. Like my thing now is just trying to find out what's the next big thing, man. What do you think the next big thing is gonna be? Because I mean, we're doing what we can do right now. This is the round thing.
And this is the thing. The do what we can do is blowing up. Yeah. I don't know if you heard, but I'm the vice president of 25 to Life Records.
Congratulations on that. Oh, as a matter of fact, I don't know if you heard.
Okay.
But I was supposed to, let me make sure I tell this right before Danielle look at me crazy. Affiliated actually and become a member of 25 to Life.
I've seen it in the chat. Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's made it very clear he wanted me as partner. I told him I'm in.
Yes.
So I'm putting myself out there that I'm involved with it now.
Yeah.
And I also will be trying to put some more music on give him some more music for the next album because
the only thing we gave him was ever since the Tim Hill dedication song.
Yeah.
Tim Hill. I told you that was a hit long time ago.
I thank you. Now,
and then I'm gonna send them Sneak because that's another version of that. That's gonna put this bird. That's gonna put this bird. Because I know that's the same song, but the groove
different version.
That's the next mixtape. I already know.
Listen, I was gonna tell you if you ever played Randy Hitch's song. Randy Hitch's song was the same idea that I had.
The one for the smoke Sneak, that's coming out.
I don't know if it's on the smoke or not. It's the one where he's got the guitar playing in the background too. He took the same.
Oh, no feelings. Oh, that's on the Syndicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's had the same concept I had, but I'm thinking of giving him some more music because I've got
I thought that too.
Not only Money Mad, I got the one with Money Mad. I got one with a guy named Trey Mack. I got another song that I've done with Doc Evans. I've got a song that I've done with I've got several songs that I haven't released. I don't even think you have of mine. Most of them are Halloween sounding songs that I have. Lifting Weights. I'm trying to think of all of them. Lifting Weights, Creeping. Lifting Weights, Creeping. It's a couple more that I have. Doc Evans, Me and Him, Freaks. I've got a song called Freaks. And I got something else going on. And actually, I'm supposed to go to the studio next week. I've got a song that I'm supposed to be doing with King Pimpin'. So I've got that going on too. Yeah. I tried to get him to do that remix with us, but I couldn't get him on it. So he sent me a song he sent me a instrumental to Move That Booty. So he wants me to do a remix of it with him. So I'm gonna end up doing that with him.
I just knew he was gonna say something slick. I was waiting on it.
Yeah, I'm doing.
I was thinking it was gonna be an ongoing remix. You know that one remix with Busta Rhymes, like all the top rappers at one time with the Chris Brown.
Yeah.
It was ongoing. Like everybody had to jump on it. Lil Wayne, then everybody. Even I think
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought about that too. I
thought we was gonna hit on that one, but it's okay. Maybe.
I haven't gave up on it though. I ain't gave up on it though, because I know after he hears the remix that I'm gonna do for him, I'm gonna ask him to do the remix for me. So hopefully that'll come out the way I want it to come out. So we'll have to see how that turns out. So
he remind me of the 2 Live Crew.
Oh, way too much. Way too much. He's probably just as vulgar. Just as vulgar.
Dirty
I
night.
mean, he is who he is. Yeah, just how he is. How he is. Man, we done already ran
That
up an
cartel
hour.
film, man.
I thank you, man. Cartel is crazy right now.
It is like you got Pimp Daddy.
Pimp's doing his album. His album. Listen, the crazy thing about Pimp was Pimp has evolved dramatically from what he's been doing, because Pimp had a whole album done prior to doing this new album. He never put the old album out because he thought it was too outdated. So he made a whole new album, all new stuff, between Right or Wrong and Woman and all the other songs that he's done. He's got his album going together. He's done made several videos for his album. My brother, of course, he's doing his album, but he's also doing an album called Thug Money with Money Lane. Money Lane and him are doing an album together. So that's going on. And then, of course, J. Paul's got his song going out, his album coming on. And I'm on that. I'm on SO's album. I'm trying to get on Pimps, and I'm trying to get on Lane. So I'm working around the clock trying to get some more music done. Plus, I'm trying to work on my only project. Hopefully, I will get man, I get it all in, man. I got so much I'm trying to work on, man. And then it's one thing, it's another. So yeah, and you, hell, I mean, hell, you got your music here. Shoot, I got, sheesh. Let me see what I got. Music in here, all of yours. I got, your latest one. Ooh.
Which one?
Is this the one right here? No, this ain't it. It's done. What's the other one you got?
Whispers?
Not Whispers in the Dark. I can't know. It's the one. It's an up-tempo song. It's up-tempo. Yeah, it's not this one. It's the other one that you have. I'm trying to think of what your other song is. Let me see.
Law and Order?
No. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna tell you exactly
Can't
what
Stop?
it is. Can't Stop. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's my song, man.
Oh wow.
I'm loving that one.
With that song, I was listening to the Bad Michael Jackson album. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. And he has a song on there called I Just Can't Stop Loving You.
Okay. That's where you got the idea from.
Yeah. And that beat was kicking my ass. I didn't know what to write to it.
So you just wrote off that and you just
Psycho jacked me up. Psycho produced most of the album. So
okay.
It was Love Chronicles at first. And then when I got with 25L, it went to this mixtape, that mixtape. So we broke it into singles.
Okay.
So now when I put it back together, they'll know who I am now. Versus when I first did it, I was just tracking it. And when I put it on Reverb Nation, I wanted to be professional, blah, blah, blah. That's all another story out. But Can't Stop came from that Michael Jackson song. So
what about this? Okay, so now that you said what is your relation to now the 25 to life? What is it? Your position now?
Vice president.
Vice president. So let me ask you this: you had all the say so into the Ladies Lifer. Kind of express what the Ladies Lifer album was about and what was the concept and how. I know you had a lot of people on there. What was the concept and your idea behind all that?
That female artists can make an album together. Where have you seen that in this industry at all?
Not at all.
Little Kim, Foxy Brown, and I'll put Roxanne in there.
Okay.
What you think type of album would that be like?
It'd be kind of weird. I mean, until wait for it. Until you have Missy Elliott and the Brat and Lil Kim do a song together.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right.
But we can't. Because most female rappers in the industry don't get along. They know each other, but they don't get along enough to do that.
To do a whole album. You're right.
Put their own songs on one mixtape. So you get the best of all three favorite female MCs on one album.
Okay.
We don't have to be in the same studio to do it. The songs are already made.
Mm-hmm.
And we're different MCs from different places.
Okay.
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Lyricist from Adelaide, Australia. Lady Shop was from Colorado.
And that's all that's on the album, just y'all three.
Yep. and the Phoenix Global Family, uh, Global Entertainment Media now. I still call her Global Family. That's my mama. That's Mama T.
Okay. Okay.
She hosted that mixtape.
Okay. So what's next for? Are y'all gonna have another Lady Life?
She was a big fan of all three of us as female MCs, and we agreed that we don't see a lot of female MCs on the record label. So what better way to bring them out a little more? Because we were out, we were kicking it, blah blah blah. But at the same instance, who wants to hear all of them at the same time? Because we were really scattered because it was only us three females in the whole damn label.
Yeah.
And it was the best also that we've had. And then we added others like Auntie and them came later, but it was just us three at the beginning.
Okay.
Because it was really me and Lady Shy. Lyris came later. But when Lyris came on, she added a whole nother sauce because it was just gonna be me and Lady Shy.
Is there another plan for another Lady Lifers? Is it gonna be?
It is. We're definitely working on with permissions from the artists because what was different from the first one was that we were already on the label. We were already distributing on collaboration mixtapes. So permission. We don't have that close enough connection with those particular artists to be that, and some of them don't even know exist. So we still got to market that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now the ones that we did get with that made the connection was Naya and Lyris. Lyris came first, and then Naya. So now we can put, because Lady Shy is done. She's doing her own thing. And now we got me, Miss Fabulous, Naya, and Lyris.
Now let me ask you, is there a way for all three of y'all to get on one track?
Yeah. Long as the schedules don't conflict, I don't see a problem with it. I would love it, actually.
Okay.
I like
her music. It'd be dope to see mother and daughter and Lyris all on the same track. That'd be kind of dope. That'd be kind of dope. Because I can't get none of my kids to rap. I got my daughter, the baby girl, just to be ABC in it and this old man and stuff. So I can't get her to do no I can't get nothing different out of her. So I'm letting it be what it's gonna be. But I do know
been doing it with her since she was here, right? Like since she been here, right?
Yeah.
Or was she okay?
Yeah. And then my son, of course I do some every now and then I do some conversations with them. My oldest daughter goes to MTSU. She deals with me on generational gaps. So we talk about my generation, her generation.
Okay.
And the difference in between the two. My son, he's more into he don't really deal with music like that because he don't even listen to music unless it's like K-pop or, anime music or something like that. So with me, I have to deal with him on his level, which is about movies and video games and things of that nature. So, we talk on some shows about stuff like that. But the baby, she just wants to make music, but she wants to do it on her own time, her own level. She wants to make her own songs and make new noises and stuff. And I'm just like, whatever. So I'm just dealing with her different language, different styles, and different ways. My oldest, he ain't even in all that. He just into playing video games. So, I deal with them on different levels. But that's it is
cool, what it is. Because you got a variety of stuff going on.
So what else? So what should we be expecting from Miss Fabulous and Dadisky Diane and Bosslady for the near future? What's going on?
Well, I truly needed to elaborate more on Dadisky Diane. Dadisky Diane is a character of DJing.
Yeah.
She plays the music, she makes the sets for the show, that kind of thing. Okay. So I'm looking into more mixing, figuring out the little odds and ends of corresponding songs together. It was I was chasing, and what inspired me to do it was a radio station in Milwaukee a long time ago called Hot 107, and they would mix the upcoming releases back in the 90s together in a set. Scratching going on, the little sounds involved, their vocals was chopped, and this was way before we had apps and these people were actually doing it on the DJ tables live. I think Friday and Saturday nights, and I will get my blank cassette and make sure I was on time to put that cassette in so I could record it. And I was studying and listening to it and trying to figure out, and we'll go to sneaking different clubs because you could do that back then, and sneaking different clubs and figure out how they did that. And I didn't have the opportunity to get the equipment. My uncles were DJs, but they ain't do nothing with their stuff, and they just want to hold on and for collateral. I said, well, I'm going to use the technology. Now you can spin on apps. You can do 2 stations. You can set it up and you can mix. And then there's Music Maker Jam, where it's all there for you at a touch of a button. And I'll be sitting there, and like I said, don't ask me how I was able to incorporate, because I got made a lot of mistakes, but y'all like this so much. I'm like, I was going to erase them.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the 80s, they would do sets and they would put it on the cassette tape and sell them.
See, I really got
clubs will want them, want you to perform it live somewhere because they bought one of your tapes. And it was just tapes of mixes.
Yep.
I like that era. So I thought I'd put that in there for the show. And even back then, like it do now, it draw people because it's a new sound.
Anything
I don't know about you, but I'm sick of the same sound over and over.
I know. And see, I'll be honest with you. I got turntables and I do use them every now and then when I do my little mix for the week. I do try to do a mix for the week in 15 minutes, but it's just so difficult with it because everybody's levels is different, everybody's song is different. But I'm trying my best to get deeper and deeper into that. And I'm trying to find new ways to get in, to reel in more people. You know what I'm saying? More and more people. And the thing about it is, like, I got to come up with a new concept. Like, you got your EDU and you got your mix and stuff like that. And I still deal with the idea. And I apologize to everybody that's here right now that haven't got an opportunity to ever listen to a Dre's 8 episode, but I will be back on Dre's 8 because I'm doing a whole bunch of pre-recorded shows, not just for this week, but next week. But I'm getting myself back into all the shows that I was doing before. I was trying to figure new ways of doing things. And see, I like with you, I like how when I get up every morning or doing something, you usually send me a text message or something saying, hey, something on this show or something on this platform or something on this platform. How do you do that? I need to learn how to do that.
I was going to expound on that. Remember earlier we talked about Motivated Monday, Teaching Tuesday, Welcome Wednesday, and so forth. Well, today is Friday, right? But now the people that couldn't listen to the Freestyle Friday show the night it was aired, I'm going to send it to you today since it's Friday. It's Monday. We need some motivation, right? Let's see what Bosslady sounds like, how their show sounds like on a Monday. When you got freaking work. When you got to get that freaking job. Let's have some fun on the way. Or you just getting off. You get off at 9 o'clock in the morning because you've been there since 11 o'clock at night or whatever your hours is, like first, second, third, midnight graveyard shift, whatever. You can go back.
Yeah.
You play it. It's like the on demand on cable.
Yep, you're right.
So Monday night shows, I send them out on Mondays for those that missed it. That's why I say Happy Motivated Monday in case you missed it. We're now on Apple. We're now on Deezer. Now you can listen to it on Castbox. Now I'm showing you what I'm saying. I'm showing you that one click distribution is what it is. This is all
so you send it to all of them
that was on it besides Spreaker.
Sheesh, I need to learn how to use that because I already know. Like I keep my stuff like on my pod and I just stay on it. Every time I turn around, I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, what's the new thing? What am I doing that I'm not supposed to be doing? And like I said, I kept all my my notes and stuff in here somewhere where I usually have them, and I go through all the stations, all the shows, everything that I go through, all the other shows like Michael Reed James. Like I don't know if you ever watch Michael Reed James. Michael Reed James, he has a podcast in the morning time, and he is a older gentleman, but he deals with he does everything that you do, but he just does it backwards. Like he does a lot more EDU and a lot more conversation about topics and stuff like that, but he integrates his music in some of it too. And he's on every morning, Monday through Friday, from like 7 to like 9 p.m. So I mean 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And sometimes I listen to him, and like he really gets me like some of his topics is like real stuff.
Okay.
And I get kind of deep in that. But I try to promote him as much as I can because a lot of times when I'm up in the morning, I'm thinking to myself, like, what am I listening to? You know what I'm saying? I can listen, like you send me stuff. And if I'm at work and I'm just trying to get myself settled in and get stuff done, then I will work on that stuff. But usually I'm just trying to figure out what's my next thing to listen to, because if I'm listening to music or got something in my ear, I'm always motivated to do something.
Right.
You know, that's the real talk with me. Between that and like all the other shows, man, if I ain't listening to you or listening to like the station, like I listen to the radio station. Oh, I meant to say.
Oh yeah, let's expound on that.
I need to reiterate that the station is 24/7. I mean, like all the time. So like I know for a fact Can't Stop's on there, Done, a lot of your music is on there. Okay. And a lot of people is listening. So I mean you're getting a lot of spins on there.
Nice.
Also the only thing I don't like about it right now that I have to get changed, and I'm hoping I can get that changed before December, is I need to get the iPhone app, because right now I just got it on Google Play. But the thing about Google Play is you can still listen to it on iPhone. You just have to have the plug-in. And I've been sending everybody to plug it
into it, because I was
I will definitely put the link in here. I should have just put it on the but it's a link that you can go to and you can listen to the actual station 24/7 if you want to. I'm trying to find ways to put new stuff in. Like I got a bunch of new drops I need to put on there from not only do I have a new one from Noriega the King, I got a new one from Double Trouble. I got Dub on there. I've got a lot of new drops I need to put on there, a lot of new music I need to put on there. So I'm really just trying to.
Oh yeah, you got to send me the Dub set, definitely.
All his music. Listen, I love all his music now. I don't know.
I know you was the first song I sent you.
It took me a while to just go through the motion, but everything that he sent me now has just been like amazing. Like it's something different that I just have to have. So and then you sent me a lot of songs too that I'll be loving too, man. Too Thick Chick, Too Thick Girls.
Oh, that Nigel Perkins.
Yeah, I'm loving that. Man,
the Southern Soul is super dope.
Yeah, South Florida's finest.
Boss King, the legend. Yep, yes.
Yep.
Florida,
man, what? It's just so many. It's so many, and I just like I can sit around here all day and talk about it, or I can go through the motion. But like each one of these guys, each one of these people that I've mentioned has something different about them that they sound like somebody else. Like I can listen to Brother Rob because he sounds to me more like Public Enemy. He sounds like Flavor Flav in a sense, like he's one of those political. Like he can be a
powers that be type of.
Yeah, like a KRS. Like he can be a Public Enemy. Like he can be, and I listen to him because a lot of what he's saying is so.
Dr. Omar.
so on point. Like it's so on point. Like it's unreal. Yeah. And I'll be like, damn, like he talking about going to the ghetto, and I'm thinking like to myself, if I close my eyes,
tour, bro.
Yeah, if I close my eyes and think about it,
DC.
Yeah, if I close my eyes and think about it,
exactly the way I experienced it when I was there, because I was in the magazines then, and it is a neighbor that's a Sukiyuki, and then there's Mr. Bobo.
Yep,
and then there's the dude from Africa, and then you meet a Portuguese lady around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cultural
diverse. Yep, diverse and everything.
Very.
I go through everything, and it's not. Man, I don't know.
It's like a story where he's from and who he is, and this is the stuff that made him who he is, and it's awesome to hear different stories. Like it's the same story: drugs, guns, violence, sex. Drugs, guns, violence, sex. Like, what's your hood? Where you from? Like that's why I love that song with you and Money Man. Rep it. I'm from this place. But then again, here what we do is this. Those songs, we don't have those songs anymore, and it used to be a trend like that.
Yeah, you'll hear more of that from me.
That's
you'll hear more of that from me. Actually,
what's the name, boys?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna tell you, I honestly like Brother Rob because he's versatile. Like that, you did a song with him was a different flavor. He doing his own stuff is a different flavor. Him doing something dub is a different flavor. It's just like something different every time I listen to him. It's just something. What can I expect next from Brother Rob? Is Brother Rob gonna come off on a rock song? Is Brother Rob gonna come off on, you know what I'm saying? If he gonna come off on a opera song, is he gonna sing to me? Is he gonna rap to me? You know, something different. All the
like
time.
what you think, was more political.
Yeah. But
Versus
it made me think.
Ghetto Tour, you was talking about the neighborhood, versus Update, talking about the political issues that we have and looking at it from a black man's perspective. And you know, they're very common law kind of political out there anyway. So he really brung the DC, you know, flavor.
That's good. That's definitely good.
He did. He is that.
So I know we done went over time, and we know we
did?
always doing No, I'm just saying, like, I didn't know how far you wanted to go. Did you want to go an hour and a half? Did you want to go?
Hey, I'm with it. My show is 2 hours. So
when's your next show?
My next show, let's see. I'm in between the part-time gigs, so I'm gonna sneak some, but I'm still gonna do it twice a week just because I'm not knowing what's going on with everybody. I've done my job of showing up, and now I'm waiting on them I'm already hired, but I'm waiting for the next few steps. So until I figure it out, I'm just gonna be making them. I'm just gonna be making them. So I know.
Any idea when your next show gonna be?
My latest shows were Sunday.
Spiritless Sunday.
Yeah. So I got and Spiritless Sunday is for Southern Soul R&B only. I might throw in a hip hop one every now and then, but I really want it solely to be about the R&B, Southern Soul sort of stuff. So let's see, my 2 latest shows. Let me go back to the shows here.
Now, are you benefiting a lot more now from Spreaker Radio in terms of like just between because I know the system is set up on I don't know what they call it, like the little point merit thing where you get so many people in the chat rooms and you get all these listeners and all these downloads and all that stuff. Are you benefiting more from that?
Yeah,
I know, like me,
some coins. It ain't in thousands of millions yet, but I am starting.
Yeah, I know.
So basically, they're paying me back for all the payments I made towards the packages that's for the host. So instead of paying, I'll say $50 a month, now it's only $15. And if it's $100, now it's only $25. That kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'm just going through the process of, okay, I've invested, and now it's paying me back. Okay. Little bits at a time. And I like the little bits at a time because it's more real and it's more genuinely earned to me. That fast money leaves fast. So it's kind of like a relationship. You ended how you started it.
Now, do you take your StreamYard audio and put it on
I was thinking about starting to do that, but
I've done that.
I just didn't do it.
I
did it a couple times. I got a few where I used the StreamYard platform while I was doing my show, just a clip of me doing my EUs. I'm starting to do it like that instead of doing a whole show, because then I got to worry about copyrights and all that stuff, because I want to attach my YouTube channel to it. And I want to make sure that all the copyright business is intact. Since it is now, when it wasn't at first, they were doing a lot of screening, or I would have been did that. I want to do it right. I don't want to have issues and get slammed with all these guideline craps and restrictions. I want to know what I can do. So the talking is a little more when they get used to me, then I'll start throwing the music in, things like that. But I will tell anybody, if you want to see more of that, I do have a Patreon where I can do the whole show and air it on Patreon. And then the membership is $5. So you can get the exclusive show of seeing my face and also an action of doing the show.
You gonna do more visuals or not?
I am for the Patreon, but it's a membership based only.
Okay.
Spreaker is the one actually that is giving me the money, not all these other platforms. They're just helping me connect to the more so I can get paid, if that makes sense. So
I ain't seen the coins like you seen the coins though.
The ads and stuff.
I'm trying to get them coins like you. I ain't seeing them coins. I'm seeing some, but I'm not seeing what I want to see. And I know it's going to take a little time. Like I said before, my stream numbers on the radio station is now 75,000 listeners a month.
Nice.
I was at 150 before I let the station go.
I know.
So I'm really trying to get myself back to that. Trying to get more listeners in there, trying to get more heard. Like I said, I have to put that out there and I have to push it a little bit more. So you will be seeing me more visually more. You will be seeing me more mentally, physically, spiritually. You'll be seeing me more doing a lot more things than I've been doing. Just because I know I need to push myself out there more. The Let me just make this very clear. The award show will be in January.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see how this works right now, right here,
Okay.
because I wanted to be able to do visual, a visual award show without having to go all over the world to be doing it. Like if I wanted to say, "Hey, Lyrics, can you be up at a certain such time to do a live performance? Can you do live performance?" You know what I'm saying? Because I've already gotten with what's my girl's name? Lena Lay, and Lena Lay offered to do a show from her area, so you will be getting her to sing one of her songs for the show then. But I need to make sure I did it in January because I wanted to make sure I had all the awards, all 15 awards, and I will be talking to y'all some more as I go through in terms of the awards themselves. I will be doing an honorable award in honor of Larry D. I will be doing one of those. I don't know who I'm giving it to yet, but I will be giving that award out. But I will be doing 15 awards.
Okay.
And I will be making sure that I have people present in the building. Hopefully I can get a good amount of people in there, and we will have a good time in January. So that will be happening in January. I don't know the exact date yet, but I want to make sure I got the awards and all that stuff in order and make sure I had all the stuff that I need to prop myself with to be able to do a good show. So
okay.
That might be one of your other multi awards that you be getting. So we never know. So
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I had no idea.
I mean,
just saying, I was gonna get anything. I thought the award getting was 20 years down the line. You done made a major sponsorship deal. People throwing all kind of offers in your face, and it was local. And I'm the most proud about that.
Yeah.
Somebody saw me at my level and thought it was great.
It was the music, man. The music. Love Chronicles. It started with Love Chronicles.
It did. It did.
It started with Love Chronicles.
I didn't know that I wasn't the only one hurting like that.
Yeah, you ain't.
I didn't know that expressing myself like that and being open and vulnerable like that really made other people feel like, okay, I need to hear that. Right. You don't hear songs like that.
No, because we don't, like I said, generations.
We're not vulnerable anymore.
Yeah.
But back in the 80s, oh, you hear plenty of songs like that. It's duets like that. What happened to those? That's why I do so many collabs, because that was a trend back in the day. Duets. Yeah. You really wasn't a great artist until you did a song with somebody or wrote a song for somebody.
Yeah, I gotta thank you for Over Dramatic. Yeah, that was a good little duet.
I grew up on duets. Isaac Hayes and Millie Jackson, and got all We Are the World. Everybody sung in that song.
You're right. You're right. It wasn't just those though.
And what's her name? Tina Marie and Rick James.
Yeah.
That's the era I grew up in.
Yeah.
A lot of us didn't even know Tina Marie was white.
Yeah. True.
McDonald and Patti LaBelle. I didn't know he was white. He didn't sound like it.
Listen,
I thought that was Billy Ocean. It wasn't.
Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney.
Man.
Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney.
The same one that started the Thriller song.
Yeah.
He was white.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we got that in our culture. It's been a culture. Like, that's what I like about this culture. It's not racist. It's not a certain criteria. Anybody can do it. And it's fun. And you could be yourself, and everybody loves what they're doing. So it doesn't matter. That's what I love about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I hate about this is everybody doesn't see it that way.
You're right.
Something. It's just another fad. It'll be over in a second. We'll enjoy it while it lasts. Ass attitude. I did say ass attitude.
I mean, it is what it is. You ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. Listen, have you ever seen the movie The Wiz?
Oh, Michael Jackson and Diana?
Yeah.
I got
ain't seen that. Listen.
I got the DVD and the VHS.
generations, believe it or not, generations have not seen it. And you know what's even more worse than that is?
And then when they do, they love it.
Yeah. And they're like, who's that? Like you never ran into Michael Jackson when he was younger.
Nope.
You know, never ran. Listen, I've watched
It's like music in the house just stopped.
The crazy thing that I learned about that movie was that it took Barry Gordy, it took Quincy Jones, it took them almost 20 years after the original Wizard of Oz to make that movie.
Really? Didn't know
20
that.
something years afterwards. Richard Pryor played the Wiz. I mean, it's just one of them things where I remember the movie because I watched it every year like clockwork, you know. It's like one of them Thanksgiving movies or Christmas movies that you have to watch every year regardless of what happens.
Yes.
I didn't realize a lot of people have not seen that before. And I also realized too, like the generations have changed so much because they don't do cursive. So you can write in cursive and they would think it was calligraphy like out of space or something.
It's
because
italics. That's as far as they got with it. Italics.
Yeah. But you see now a lot of people are using either they're using an iPad with the script and whatever they call it, where it writes out the cursive for you, or
now it's
So now we just done changed up on everything that we do. Yeah. So, and that's crazy because you would think we would stay in contingents with what we've already learned, because now everything that's old to us is totally extinct to kids.
Right.
Like they don't know what that is.
Know what Black Planet was.
Yeah. Black Planet, MySpace, Black Planet, all that. Yeah. So, yes, indeed. Well, I thank you for dropping in with me today, because we're gonna have to do another one real soon.
We got to.
I'm gonna have to have more topics. Now that I know how this works, we're gonna have more topics. We're gonna have some more guests in the room. I actually thought of hooking up my cell phone, letting people call in and talk to us.
Oh man, that'd be nice.
I might have to put that into the idea for the next show. But I'm definitely thinking a new idea.
And I'll hook up my 9:00 show with this too.
That'd be cool.
Great idea for a while. Noriega. He said y'all should really get together more.
Yeah.
And then we can come on both of y'all at the same time. I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah. We can bring him in. You know me, I ain't messed up with it. I'll be glad to.
And Lady Miz does this all the time. So if you need grips on that, they show is freaking dope. Like, get at her.
Show.
And I'm definitely going to, girl, how do you do this? Because, and she'll tell you, I'm learning too. And I did this, and this, try that. And if that don't work, try something else.
Yeah.
But she done perfected it because she does it all the time.
I'm actually going to get off of here. I'm actually going to start trying to do my screen like your screen.
Oh, it's on the StreamYard platform. I got it. I could just actually upload it to the background section in the settings.
Yeah, but then you had to go to some website and create it?
Actually, who did this? Danny did this.
Okay.
All I did was save the image and then saved it in my files in my computer and went to settings on here.
Well, I'm gonna have to go get Danny to do mine now.
Go to virtual background and upload some stuff. It'll be super dope.
I'm gonna have to get him on there. I'm gonna have to definitely get him involved on some stuff. So congratulations to you on being VP of 25 to Life.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. More awards to come. I know it is. Yeah. You want to give any shout outs before we get ready to get up out of here?
Man, shout out to everybody that's the fan of Bosslady Radio, for artists, Bosslady Show for entrepreneurs. Thanks for all the people coming in the chat room. Like, you don't know how much that means, because the more you come in the chat room, that's more exposure for you and all of us. Shout out to all the people that have been on the countdown just recently. That's what I was going to show you earlier on the actual app. That was today's show, Top 20 Countdown.
Look at that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's what's up.
So
that's the one you posted
last Friday.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for putting me on that countdown.
Man, and thank you guys for getting on the syndicate. We're doing between 500 to 700 plays per song. That is unheard of on SoundCloud as a local artist. So
hopefully the numbers get bigger and bigger.
I need to salute all y'all for that. We did.
Shout out to Danny O.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
then
Danny.
the shout outs and the skits and all the stuff that was promised we delivered, and it sounds really really good. The public is really enjoying that mixtape, and then the
Oh,
smoke comes
actually,
out November. So
I'm gonna throw my plug out there to start it off. The smoke comes out when November
yep,
1st.
November 1st or
Okay.
second week of November, whenever, because Danny had
See,
a
I
long
got T minus 4 more days.
yeah.
Get yourselves together for the smoke come out. Hopefully I'll be putting my a couple of my songs on the album after that, the mixtape
Mhm.
after that. So whatever's next after that is I'll be putting in on something. So
Okay.
you'll probably see me on that. What other shout outs you got? I want to shout out to you. Thank you for joining me today because I
Yeah.
really need to, I could have did this by myself, but it wouldn't have been as fun. I
Right.
had more fun being in the building with somebody I know that's
Yep.
gonna help me out. So
Definitely.
ride or die. I like this. I have to learn to, like I said, I can integrate music. I can do whatever. I can integrate music into the phone. I mean, we can listen to some music and rate some music. I mean, we
Yeah,
can.
let's do it. I think that's what this should be like. Like all the be all type of show where it's just a variety of things because we're already doing it in our shows anyway. Separately.
Yeah, I got
So
some
it'd be nice to
ideas.
see us, what we look like.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people didn't know,
Definitely.
oh, look like this or you look like
Or
that.
me look
Who
like
is
this.
crazy? She say it on every show, but who is this guy? Type of stuff. So it's
Yeah.
time to come on now. We've been doing this 7+ years.
Yeah.
And just like they did back in the day, it was just radio. And then all of a sudden, now we see the people on Breakfast Club. Now we see the people on Hot 197. And
Mm-hmm.
here we go.
Yeah.
Here
We the next two, so y'all better be ready for both of us because we're gonna be doing some crazy stuff the next and now until infinity until we decide we're gonna stop.
I believe we should put In My Opinion on here.
We can do it. I mean,
I
we can
like
do an
In
episode
My
of that.
Opinion. Shout out to that too. I like In My Opinion.
I thank you. I'll be doing new episodes of that in the next couple of days. Also, I'm working on a lot of things. Like I said, between In My Opinion, we'll be doing another episode of Roundtable hopefully soon. Man, I'm just Dre's 8, the hangout. I'm just all over the place. So I'm just doing my thing. I know you're doing yours too because you got 7 days. If you have to do 7 days, some if not less, and still working on music.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a song between you and your daughter.
I know you sound like Danny. Shout out to Danny because he said the same thing. I'm planning to do one with her. I'm planning to do one with Randy. I'm planning to do one with
we'll get another one in.
Tacoa Lion.
Yeah, I got to get Tacoa on
And
board,
then
man.
I was also planning to sing all of Larry's songs for Larry's self-entitled album.
That's what's up.
Larry.
That's what's up.
I know he would love that because he loved him some Bosslady Radio. Shout out and salute to late legendary musical poet.
Amen.
Award-winning Larry D. Edwards was the most hottest artist and hardworking artist.
Amen to that.
Ever in underground.
I know.
I don't care what you say.
I know you ain't telling me nothing new. You ain't telling me nothing
Man,
new.
that man know he. But I mean,
if you're doing that, then you need to give me a song.
Like Larry was the motto of all the blogs I be reading. Like, let's do tours, let's do live performances, let's do reels on Facebook. He did it all, and he shared everybody's music. You was underground, he was sharing it.
Listen, you said you're getting ready to do all his songs. You gotta leave me one. I don't know which one you're gonna leave me, but I need to be able to do one of them. I'll sing that son of a gun.
It'll be cool, like a Larry-oke.
Yeah, I don't care. You send me one, I will go into a studio and I will actually redo it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's my respect to him.
I mean, I really wish I could
really want to do
demos of them, but that would mean talking to Senior.
I need to call him. I'm gonna call him this week while I'm free.
Never talked to him on the phone. It's like everybody's like, he's got this number and all this time.
Yeah, I got his number. I need to get in touch with him. I'm gonna hit him up and I'm gonna see if I can. I really want to do his song, "Take It Off." I want to do the remix of that because I want him to sing it. I want him to sing it, but I want to be able to rap on it. It's got a little down south beat on it, so
it do.
I've been wanting to. I really been wanting to do that.
Virginia really is like the South and the city together, so that'll be super dope.
I actually asked him when he first put it out. He was like, "Yeah." But I was like, and I hate to see him pass because I really wanted to see him do a remix of that and be able to be on it. But if I had to go through Pops, If I gotta go through Pops, I'll call Pops and ask Pops if it's all right for me to get that. And what I'll do is I'll get it in. Now I'll do the remix of it on my own. I'll go take it to my boy Tim, and Tim can he'll reverse that, and I'll make sure that all his vocals and stuff is on there. So hopefully, hell, I'm hoping that whoever he went to the studio and did that with can give me the stem.
That was Q Banger.
Q Banger.
Yeah, that's the person that was doing most of his music. Yeah,
I'll get with him on that. Then I'll get with him on that too.
Yeah, I gotta holler at him too. I gotta holler.
If I can get with him, I love to redo that song, and then I'll sing on one. I don't care. I mean, I'm trying to think of what I would do. Because you can't do Average Brother.
I sung that before on a reel. It's somewhere out of a million ones I've made. Because I've been getting into the habit of thinking other people's songs and making a reel out of it. And I did the last reel I did with Larry was Captivating. People loved it.
I know Captivating. I mean, I
can't
pick out one song that I really like. You know what I'm saying? Because all of his stuff was great. I don't. Let me think. I really can't, because all his stuff is great, and I hate that he's not, because he would have been a great person to have on this round table too. I know he would have gave.
Oh my God, he did some of the best interviews with me.
Yeah, I know he would have gave his real opinion on that. He would have came through real clutch.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely. I got some ideas in my head for the next time we go around. Like you said, we can do in my opinion, little segue. We can do listen to somebody's vibe and give our opinion on it. We can do a whole lot of things on here. So now that I know that you and me got some free time, we can find some time around the way to get this stuff done. I want to start doing some more. So you will be seeing more of me. You will be hearing more from me. We will have to get this in. For sure. So I want to thank you. I want to thank
you for having me. Yeah.
Oh, don't you have to thank me, because we're gonna go through this a hell of a more times. I'm trying to get my little.
I'm ready. Head is in the game.
I should just change my light color to your little color, that little purple on there. I could have did.
Yep, this is my logo, purple and black.
Yeah, I should have just did mine like that. But
and one of my managers of the job I used to work at actually did that purple and black plaque. That one I have behind me.
Okay.
And
I can't see it because you got your
color idea. Because I'm like, she's like, "What's your logo colors?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like, she really, because the Office Depot is really a good company for business people. So print department is there, so we get collective ideas. I actually worked in there, so I got that for my birthday. I came to work one day and they had that set up. They had the plaque for me with the purple and black logo, and it had Bosslady Radio on it, and then the cake had Bosslady Radio on it. Balloons galore, like they really.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, so they were really huge in recognition and everything. I was doing a great job or whatever, but it's
all right. God got a plan for
you. Black, I just couldn't let it go. Like,
yeah,
it's so pretty.
Yeah, you did good. Yeah, they did good.
And then all I did with Danny was I had Danny perfected with his graphics, because that's my guy for graphics. I don't go to anybody else, and it turned out like that.
Look nice. It's dope.
Yeah. That's and dope. Then like if I'm messy, nobody has to know.
Yeah.
If I'm not ready, nobody has to know. And then if I don't want to be, on camera, I could do this.
Yeah, I already know. I seen that.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Ain't that dope? Yeah. I hadn't even tried doing mine. I'm like, I don't know how the heck to do that.
I was playing with it a little before I was here, because I was planning on, getting on here more too with my stuff and everything. So Mama Let's Talk will be on here pretty soon. Me and Mom will
be on it. You gonna get her on the what you call it?
Yeah, because she liked the background. She said, "Oh yeah, we can do it." I just got only one thing, Mom, because I know you're into the natural motherland type of look. We need you to be cute. We need you to be cute for the camera. You can bring your natural, but make sure it's neat.
Okay. When's your next episode?
On camera.
The next episode of You and Your Mama.
No headbands and bonnets. Get your hair done. Get your fingers done. Get your face together. Lace out. Get dialed up. Because if it was a celebrity, they'd be beating you to the doggone mall to get something to look better than you. So
When's your next episode of you and your mom together?
We're talking about either tomorrow or Sunday.
I'll be in there. You already know me.
And we did got 2 episodes already uploaded from the last one you did. So if you didn't check those out, check those out. That is under the D-Ski Diane Bosslady Radio Show D-Ski Diane one. So click back here and then yeah, that's us right here.
Look at you.
Yep.
Yeah, I see. Look at that.
Yep.
Indeed.
So we did the last 2 episodes, Do the Work and Unlovable Habits. Now, I do want to have a quick disclaimer. I usually don't do those, but this is a disclaimer about it might trigger. It's some heavy stuff.
Heavy stuff.
And we're talking about her generation versus mine, and it's not mother and daughter.
See?
It's generation to generation.
See, there you go. See, y'all doing the same thing everybody else is trying to do, generation to generation. So y'all trying to learn something.
Yeah, because what these kids know about the 60s, when somebody has never lived it. My mom was grew up in it. You need to hear that because they're putting people like her in nursing homes and they're silencing them, giving them a whole bunch of drugs, and we ain't gonna know what history is.
Yeah,
you can't just get it from the news. The real history,
right?
Your grandparents, your great grandparents, your mom and dad, your whoever was in your life to raise you. You need to talk to them. They've been here longer than you. They've seen some stuff that the news didn't get the footage, but they got the footage for memory. And it's a lot different than
a lot different. A lot different.
So
well, I'm glad you didn't reiterate on all that because we definitely need to hear that.
Yeah. I'm gonna figure something out for entrepreneurs. I want them to also come and talk too. So I'll be adding an addition, entrepreneurial talk as well. What people have went through with businesses, from scams to success, failures. I'm still working on it. I'm a beginner. I got questions. That kind of stuff will also be added as well.
Okay. So once again, y'all send your MP3s to DREZEY21 at yahoo.com or Bosslady95895 at gmail.com for internet exposure. Your host, other way, that way, the D-Ski Diane, and your boy Drazy. We can get up out of here. I thank y'all so very much. Ways to reach me, and then I am gone. I thank y'all so very much for tuning in. This is our first episode of the Roundtable. Many more to come with more topics, more interviews, and more things to do. And until then, let's get up out of here. I thank y'all so very much, and peace.
Peace.
Ways to reach me. DREZEY21 at yahoo.com. That's DREZEY21 at yahoo.com. You can also call 615-540-3998. That's 615-540-3998. If I do not answer, feel free to leave me a message or send me a text message. I will get them as soon as possible, and I will return your message. All right. Also, you can check out the website, www.Dre's Radio Cafe. That's www.DRESRADIOCAFE.com. All right. Man, so many ways to reach me. Hit me up whenever you get the opportunity. That's Dre's Radio Cafe. What you sipping on? Let's get into it. Let's go.
I thank y'all very much. I'm out of here. Peace. Let me see.